So Rich the Kid and Lil Uzi. So back in January, Uzi tweeted, it seems like he was having some label issues. He said, you know, if y'all do sign to a major, don't sign to a rapper or a DJ. It's easier when the time comes for that fake shit. Him and Rich the Kid then went back and forth for a little bit. And now it seems like Rich the Kid has an Uzi diss track. Let's listen.
You little niggas, my check bigger, can't flex, nigga. Can't get rich, teach you how to be a boss. Top dog, motherfucking fame, I done came to the vault. All them dead friends, you a middleman, you a little man. Your money getting shorter, my bitch will cost the water. Teach you how to count it, all about it, better boss. So I ride to the side, I can never lie. I don't care if you cry, let them pussy niggas die. Hey, Biggie Mac, different kind of fabric. CEO status, all my niggas.
If you try to let them pussy niggas die.
He went for it, but do you guys think Uzi's gonna engage? He seems pretty chill and usually doesn't really have time for this, but.
Is Atlantic gonna let Uzi engage? Because apparently Atlantic has been holding up the records. Look, just being honest, like one of my favorite Uzi records, probably that dropped in a while, Mood just dropped, and the producer just put it out saying, Atlantic won't clear shit by Uzi right now. I had to just leak this shit. So again, it goes even into this, right? And by the way, I love Uzi. I went to his concert, super dope dude, all that. But I can
The two concerts, yo. The Weeknd and Uzi, the only two concerts. And Yachty. And Yachty. All right. Three concerts in your whole life.
Okay, whatever.
You got this, let's go.
Come on, don't throw the shade. I'm gonna hold that. But, you know what? I do see people shitting on Rich the Kid, and maybe Rich the Kid did kind of jump off the porch in like reaching. Well, I mean, Uzi was talking about his label situation when it first started. Right. Why did you have to respond, right? Or why did you have to jump in? But I do respect Rich the Kid so much. He's a young black entrepreneur, and
is he signed to Capitol? Where's he signed to?
Interscope.
Interscope,
I believe.
Yeah. Right.
So he has his own label deal, but he has his own label. And I think a lot of people are kicking his back in for doing what every label is doing. I seen Uzi when they were going back and forth. You know, Uzi said to him, man, you told my signing to you, you only offering 20,000.
Right.
I could tell y'all.
I don't know.
Wait, surprise. Most of these labels are only offering 20,000 too.
I don't know Rich the Kid's catalog. I love the track he did with Trippie Redd, Early Morning, Trapping. So and I can appreciate him, you know, debuting his disc and not being on that Soulja Boy shit with the guns in the camera. I'll give it a chance.
I like where Rich the Kid is going with it. He's like one of the hardest working people in hip hop. You know what I mean? He doesn't get enough credit for all the things that he does. You know what I mean? He hasn't been in the same class as a lot of his peers as far as like, you know, he came out with the Migos and all of them, right?
Right.
And he was with QC at one point in time.
Was he?
I think so, yeah. I believe he was with QC at one time. He left and did his own thing and he's having success. I was surprised to hear him rap, you know what I mean? Like I was surprised to hear him throw some bars Uzi way. I don't think Uzi's gonna respond, but I think it's dope that a person that's of Rich the Kid, like you know how they might put him into the mumble rap genre, whatever you want to call it, for him to take a stand and try to say some shit.
Can Uzi respond? Is he lyrical
Uzi
like
from
that?
Philly. He could rap.
I know he's from, but can he respond?
If he wanted to, he could, but I just don't see Uzi doing it.
Why do you think he doesn't engage usually?
Cause he just be off shit. Like I feel like Uzi has that. Remember when Jay, I went not comparing him, but remember when Jay wouldn't like respond and shit? He'd be like, man, I'm above that.
Right.
I think Uzi feels like he's above a lot of this shit that comes at him, and he's just like, fuck that. I just was nominated for a Grammy.
I don't even think it's that. I think Uzi's too busy like walking through the mall thinking he on the catwalk. Uzi's really out here killing it. I don't think Uzi's really... Uzi, as he always says, his music is in his own world.
Right.
I do think you have a phenomenal point in terms of Rich the Kid being... I call him like, he's the younger version of French Montana. But I think he's so good, though, not only because of relationships he builds, is that, he got a label. And again, we definitely don't preach enough that, hey, in this age of social media, the label isn't giving you much.
Right.
The label, honestly, whatever minimal budget they're gonna give to promote you, they're hoping that you get on Instagram and you're doing some fuckery, you're getting locked up, getting chased, shot at, slapped. They're hoping you're telling jokes.
Beefing, fighting.
That's the promotion.
Right.
Rich the Kid figured that out really quickly and said, I'm a charismatic type of guy. He's over the top.
Yeah.
He's over the top. He showed up to the Brit Jam Awards. He's doing all type of dance. He got his new song called Plug Walk.
Right.
So he signed a bunch of people that says, yeah, I'm not gonna give you no $200,000 to promote your album, but
Right.
I will surely give you a couple of, I will give you a signing bonus and get you in the right position. So
Yeah.
I'm super happy for him. Now, if we're talking about bars and just rapping,
Right.
these aren't bars really, man. These aren't bars. Like
It's bars for him. Like, it's bars for him. Like, when you ever heard a dude of his caliber, like, try to throw something at somebody, as far as a diss record, ever?
and that's where I agree with you.
How old
right?
is he? Rich kid.
I
He's
think
young. He's like
Like
22.
25 or
like
something.
25.
He'll
Yeah.
develop, he'll develop
Thought he was
bars.
mid-20s.
Well, fuck whatever he was saying. Those weren't bars. I'm just glad that he actually made a track.
Yeah.
And that's why I could tell he's trying to promote his album by any means necessary. Because 99% of the beefs these days happen on Instagram.
Absolutely.
The new rap beef, they're covering on Instagram comments. And I'm usually covering them. You feel me? And then I just make a video about it.
So if he drops his track, Uzi just never responds, ignores it. Is this good promo or does it just die?
It is good promo, but if I'm Uzi, I don't respond because, and no disrespect to Rich the Kid, it's like the moon barking back at the dog. You feel me? Like Uzi's in a different stratosphere.
So this could be the end of it right here.
It should be, but Uzi did respond on some Instagram like
With
story
the
stuff.
crab, the $1,000 crab.
I thought this whole shit was a joke from the start. Like, when he put up the picture and had, like, Rich the Kid, like, he added him under it, I thought he was just joking. I ain't thought it was going to really lead to
Yeah, me
Rich the
either.
Kid going in the stew and doing something. But, again, to your point, like, Rich the Kid, I just think he's not getting the respect he deserves. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys, like, people talk about him, but they're not talking about all the things he's accomplishing with breaking new artists. Like, he broke decks. Jay Critch is coming up. You know what I mean? So
We had a conversation about Jay Critch.
we did, yeah.
You say Jay Critch is like one of the hottest out of New York.
He is. He
So is
is.
Chris,
The
man.
young kids is messing with him.